How to connect three-way switch with a cable from the power source and a cable to the second switch. Three-way switch connection sketch. When installing wiring, always select junction boxes that are appropriately sized to accommodate all connected wires and electrical devices. Splicing of the junction box of a three-way switch with a cable from the power source and a cable to the second three-way switch. Cable from the power source. Cable to the second three-way switch. Cables stapled to a stud within 12 inches of the cable entry into the junction box. Remove the cable sheath. Cable sheath removed. 14. 2 nm cable wires. White, neutral wire. Bare, ground wire. Black, hot wire. 14. 3 nm cable wires. White, neutral wire. Bare, ground wire. Black, hot wire. Red, hot wire. Second. Wire nuts for various purposes and sizes for connecting wires. Green wire nuts should only be used to connect the ground wire. The green wire nut has a special hole at the top that allows the bare pigtail of the ground wire, one of the ground wires to be spliced, to be exposed for connection to an electrical device after splicing. Popular tan wire nut which that fits most connections. To splice the ground wire, bare, with a standard wire nut, not the green one, group the ground wires together, trim all wires to no shorter than 6 inches. Take a piece of the same size ground wire for the pigtail and splice it to the ground wires from the junction box using a standard wire nut of the appropriate size. Wires from the junction box and pigtail wire twisted together. Pigtail wire. Connection secured with a standard wire nut. Insert the connected wires into the junction box. Spliced wires inserted into the junction box. Group neutral wires, splice them and insert them into the junction box. Twisting the ends of the wires with pliers ensures a better connection. Spliced neutral wires inserted into the junction box. Group the remaining wires and pigtail wire and cut them to no shorter than 6 inches. Trimmed wires. Insert the trimmed wires into the junction box. Wires inserted into the junction box. 3-way switch details. Yoke. Switch lever. Installation screws. Screw holes for the switch wall plate. Wiring terminals. Ears supporting the switch on the wall. 3-way switch, rear view. Ground terminal, green screw. Hot, common, terminal, black screw. Hot terminals for traveler wires, gold screws. Push-in connection terminals, only for 14-gauge solid wire. This type of connection is not recommended due to poor connection quality, which becomes a problem over time. Side screw connection recommended. Wire release mechanism after push-in connection. Measuring device when using push-in back wiring. Side view of the switch. With common terminal, black screw. And one of the 2 traveler wire terminals, gold screws. Side view of the switch. With ground terminal, green screw. And one of the 2 traveler wire terminals, gold screws. Connecting the 3-way switch to the wires from the junction box containing the cable from the power source and the cable to the second 3-way switch. Pull the wires out of the junction box. Wires from the junction box that will be connected to the 3-way switch. Ground, bare, wire that should be connected to the ground terminal, green screw, of the switch. Hot, black, wire from the 14. 2 cable from the power source which should be connected to the common hot terminal, black screw, of the switch. Hot, black and red, wires from the 14. 3 cable to the second 3-way switch, which should be connected to the traveler wire terminals, gold screws, of the switch. Strip the ends of the wires about 1/2 inch. Ends of wires are stripped of insulation. Make a loop at the end of each wire. Loop at the end of each wire. Connect the ground wire, bare, from the junction box to the ground terminal, green screw, of the switch. Ground wire connected. Connect the hot wire, black, from the cable from the power source to the hot common terminal, black screw, of the switch. Connected hot wire from the cable from the power source. Connect one of the hot traveler wires, red in this example, but it doesn't matter which one is connected first, from the cable to the second three-way switch to one of the hot traveler wire's terminals, gold screw, of the switch. Connected one traveler wire, red, from the cable to the second three-way switch. Connect the second hot traveler wire, black, from the cable to the second three-way switch to the other hot traveler wire terminal, gold screw, of the switch. Second hot traveler wire, black, connected to the switch. Insert the wires into the junction box. Make sure the ground wire does not touch any of the hot screws of the switch. Wires inserted. Secure the switch to the junction box and level it. Switch secured to the junction box. Switch wall plate. Install the switch wall plate. If this video is helpful, please subscribe. Comments are welcome.